You might remember this one. We've been all through this thing. Finally, man, finally even got to the point where the shifter is like just awesome. And some freaking ding dong is watching another accident on the other side of the road and freaking wanged up the rear of this one. Zippo actually got me to this point where this is at. It was crunched in pretty good. So was the trunk lid. Got stuff off a parts car. Happened to be the same color even. Got blah, blah, blah. If I hadn't found that, this rot right here, you know, I'd have kept going. Because I could, you know, if not for the rot, you know, that kind of, I'd have kept going. Whatever. I got a replacement panel off of the parts car. Just hacked the whole ass end right off it. It has some rot. I can patch this, so this ain't so bad. Man, just pay attention. You want to look at an accident, go freaking pull over or something. The dude was doing like 40 at the time of impact, and my wife said like she heard screeching tires, and so he was, I don't know. He freaking wanged it though. Can't show you the old bumper. That's back there. I don't feel like it, but it ain't. And this sucker makes me appreciate just how old I'm getting when I put it up on these horses. Looks like Champion Job Maker heater. Somebody painted over. A little warm up there. I don't know. Looks like I don't know, I'm gonna have to get a light in it. Oh wait, we got a light. A little bit. Looks like everything's kind of okay. Alright, hope you're comfy there, because it's the best I got. 2 flathead screws on this little dude. Overcast, a little chilly today, but you know, nothing killer. But it is supposed to be spring. Come on, spring. At least the leaves are out. Alright, let's see what happened. Ooh, there's some pieces. One screw, and I'm sure I lost another. I can find something for that, I'm sure. Oh, there's another. How about that? Okay. Should have had a magnet under there, I guess. Whoops a daisy. How in the blameless did those get mounted up? Okay. So those guys, I mean, all this does is make a short across these 2 wires. What do you think? I think. I believe. We're going to go like that. Probably like that. And like that. Ooh, this is not in amazing shape. Yeah, we're going to have to wrap that. Alright. Something else went ding ding. I don't know what it would have been. We're going to have to wrap the heck out of that with some tape. we could just take a spade connector and go right across these two. Not a big whoop, but I would like to have this. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hang on. Hang tight. Or go watch something else. Probably better use of your time to do that. I don't know how this gets retentioned into the box. Besides, I guess it's a snug fit into there. I don't know, man. We're gonna just do the obvious nonsense for right now. That wants to fall out of there. I think once you put that little screw in the bottom, that'll hold it tight. Right, this is a little bit of a handful to work with right now. Alright, hang on. How about we just do this? I think this is pretty easily replaced with something else, retrofitted to something, you know, a little easier to come by. The end of a plug, who knows. Right now, I just want to get it to fire and run and see what it does. And we'll refine it later. Yeah, sure. You know better. I know better. Oh, okay. What the heck is that? That's a nail of some kind. All right. Well. All right. Okay then. That is not a screw. That's a sort of push pin finger that just shoves into there. Can't say I much care for it. Probably was fine when it was new, but this is an old heater. Well, what we'll do is just jam these two females together like a couple of I might have to make up a little jumper. Yep, that's the ticket. I'm going to make up a little jumper. Be right back. Alright, got a quick little jumper in there. We'll briefly try it out, see if I did anything right. Alright, well. Yeah, that ain't getting in there. Lit briefly and then died out. Got some stuff to go over, but at least our jumper is sorted. I'll tape that up so no shorts and la-di-da and move on. Here's my plans. Clean fuel tank, fuel filter, orifice nozzle. Remove an oil upper fan. Address plug up front, that's been done as well as I can for now. Clean photocell, gap electrodes 1/8 inch if required. Blow supply and return lines, bleed pump, and hopefully that makes it go. Just opened up the electrical box right now. Found this guy. That's the fuel filter. Somebody was friggin' thinking. Thank you, whoever you were, man. I don't know if that means much, but it sure ain't helping. Don't need that in there. That's a good pile of insulation. Yeah. No, I'm just coughing. Probably unrelated. I don't see a bunch of crud. I don't know if this has a photocell. I assume it does, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to investigate. Alright, rock and roll! Nothing but hot air. Man, that's freaking awesome. Kept giving me fits about something. I Blew the fuel filter out again. Blew out the line going from the filter to the pump. Blew up into the pump a little bit, and she's running. We'll put it back together. Give me fits again. Not sure what's going on, but this is kind of for me because I'm about to take this side cover off. I did some looking around online, and it seems that most pumps, they're pretty simple things, so hopefully nothing flies out at me. And I need a different screwdriver. Ran just fine for a while and started acting up again, so I don't know what's going on. I'm probably screwing up here, but you know, I gotta take stuff apart. All right, that's not too hard how those go. Something I can leverage off of, I don't know, y'all. There she goes. Oh, God help me. Yeah, I don't want diesel getting on that. I'm getting good fuel to it. I know that. I can open up the bleeder and I get a geyser of fuel shooting out of there. Please don't want a bunch of stuff go flying out. I don't know what that would have been. Just kind of laying in there. Probably, geez, I don't know. What the heck would that have been? I was just laying in there. Sort of, kind of, weird with a beard, man. And I looked at this is a Webster pump, and I looked at another guy, took one apart. He also took a Suntech apart. The Webster had some kind of chopper thing in there. I guess if debris got in the pump, it would just chop it up. I don't know, man. I don't know what the heck this was. A little piece of, I don't know, that's weird. It doesn't feel like hardly anything. It just feels like a piece of rubber with, or plastic something with two crimped ends, and I guess it was sort of laying like that. I don't, man. I hope I didn't screw up already. Come on. It's tight. So far it kind of looks like the Webster the guy tore down. I thought I had it, but I did not. I got good fuel supply, I'm fairly sure of that. I'm sure this filter could stand to be changed, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. And this has that little chopper thing too, right there. Little blade type of thinger. And we'll leave these screws in this shim, right where they were. Just how they were and everything. Oh, Lord help me. Okay, that's a little Kind of a flathead looking drive for that chopper. Weird thing. Alright, here we go, man. It turns free. Oh, there goes something. Something fell out. Oh, that's a pin that was in there. Ah, there it is. Alright. I don't know. Not seeing any aha stuff. Eureka, you know what I mean? That's it, that's it. None of that. I don't know. Try to get this key back in there. Oh my God, come on, fingers. Yeah, this is fun. Hang on. I'm gonna move that. Yeah, that should be okay. It's like that's where it was driving against. Okay, all right. That's that. And we got this here. I don't see anything, man. I don't see anything. Oh gosh, now did that come off? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. How did that come off? I might be going and looking at some video. Aww. Force it, try it the other way. There we are. Oh, all right. Chunked on. Okay. So that up at the top. Let's see, does it go the other way? Hopefully not. Doesn't seem to want to. Well, yeah, it does. Well, that could be interesting. All right. Okay. Leave that just as that was. I shouldn't have done this. I don't know if I get it back together and it does the same thing. I guess I have it right. Jeepers. Friggin' monkey. Gotta mess with everything, don't you? Get that. I got that. I don't know what that little piece of plastic was for, though. That's friggin' weird. Tighten these guys up. If I can work a screwdriver. Try not to chew the screws all up. I really don't know how to tell if a pump is failing. And what the hell is this? That's nuts. It just kind of sat in there. I really don't get this. I don't know, man. Let's just go in there. We're going like that. No, screw holes don't want to line up. So maybe it was at the top. Oh no, we got it lined up. Probably shouldn't have done this. I'm a schmuck. Runs briefly, and I can kind of hear something, and it dies. Igniter's still going. I was able to lift the box and just watch the arcs, so somehow that's happening at least. I don't know if this had a photocell and then it got removed. I don't know if somebody was futzing with it. I did not make adjustments. I did not make adjustments. I've been told do not make adjustments. I did not make adjustments. Didn't say anything about taking the bump apart though. Ha! Well, I guess if we turn it on and it don't do anything, then we set that whole circular thing 180 the other way. Or maybe since it goes in both ways, it doesn't matter which way you have it. I don't know, man. I am not the furnace guy. Well, maybe I did screw up. I don't know. That's just loose. Cripes. I don't want that loose. Let's tighten that up. I don't know where it goes really, but I'm going to set it about where it was. I didn't loosen that either, right? That was just was loose. Okay. So try it again. See what happens. Lights up fine. And then that noise. Later. There it goes. Yeah, this freaking geyser out that sucker. Did I? Yeah, I did take this line off and blow it out too. So I'm not sure what be happening. Getting good flow out the bleeder. Runs momentarily. Ay, ay, ay. Let me blow the filter out again. See if that makes a difference. Blew the filter out again. See if anything happens there. Gonna have to get fuel up. There's running. Still running, almost loaded. Barely running. Now it's out. Maybe gotta fuel up to the nozzle. Not to the nozzle feed, I guess. Sucking air. This pipe friggin', I don't know. Now there's fuel. There's junk in the tank. Could be. I kind of just opened up the drain valve and did a bunch of water and called it good. Now we gotta go set this to a different tank. This line, I don't know if it matters much. Alright, this line on this fitting, you can tighten that down all you want. And it's like loose on there, you know, should that be? I don't know. Working with a lot of I don't know here. Seems like kind of a simple thing, and if I knew much about these at all, it would probably be real easy to find out what's going on. I don't know. Seems like that holds a vacuum, so I don't think there's a hole in that. But can that be loose in that fitting there? I don't know. I did check the fuel level. It does seem to have plenty of fuel in it. At least there's that. this pickup line, picking up some junk that it shouldn't be picking up. Let's try that once. Seems like fuel issue. Pump fuel just for a little bit, and then nothing. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna crack that pump back open, flip that disc back over 180, and if it does the same thing, I'm gonna say that it don't matter. And I don't know, fuel filter or sucking air, I'm not sure here. Or just the pump is old and shot. I really don't know how to check that. I think there's a way to put a gauge on there somehow, but I don't have the gauge and I don't know where it goes. You take this cover off and the 4 screws and that circular piece that comes off, it does matter which way that goes. So I just had this cover off, flipped it, put it back on, put it together, ran it, nothing. Took it back off, flipped it over again. Then I ran it, and again it briefly lit up and then died out. There's this fitting right here, and I don't know if you can tell. That sure looks cocked up to me. I don't like it. I don't know if it matters if it'd be sucking air through this fitting, but I just don't like that. Fuel filter. Drain the dang tank, get some proper fueling. When I did do the drain, I had to poke up with a screwdriver and I ran into something crusty and then she let loose. Not sure. This is such a simple thing, and any kind of furnace guy is going to be like, hey, dickhead, there's your problem. That's a fuel issue for sure. Kind of wonder about getting some diesel. Take this supply line out of the tank and try to run the heater from a little jug, you know. Get some good clean diesel and try that out. Starting to drizzle a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of I know something, I guess. I know it's not pumping. After a little while, it doesn't pump fuel out here. It's running. And there she goes. It pumps for a little bit. Or I get fuel for, seems like I get fuel for a little bit, and then something happens. I don't know. Maybe that fuel filter's blocked up. I'm gonna do a fuel filter, drain the tank, clean it as best I can, I figure, and start with good fuel. Jeepers. Pump should be running. running right now. See if I can. There we go. Back that loose, maybe. I think. Yeah, pump's still running. I'll tell you what, about this. That's weird. Getting fuel out the bleeder. It seems like nothing through the pressure. That is quite loose. Fuel out bleeder. Nothing out through here. No, something maybe. Yeah. That right there is what we're looking at. Hear that? Right before the fan kicked on, I could hear some kind of grindy. I don't know. Don't know. It's a strange one. I'm going to go in and do a little more homework and probably call it a day. This thing will be back somehow or other. I paid $15 for it. If I got even if I have to buy a pump, if somehow I can confirm pump or not. But let's start fuel filter, clean fuel, and then see what happens.